Hey there, all my fantastic fanatics. This is your man, Dr. Usher, coming at you live with another interesting topic, which is today we're going to be talking about the origins of gender identity and where it came from and who invented it. That's right, because that's a very hot topic for today, and I think it's very important that you and I understand where this thing came from and who invented it. And when you find out the facts I'm about to share with you today, when you hear these facts, it's going to make you disgusted. And you need to share this information with millennials and Gen Zers so they can understand the origins of this thing. And I'm guaranteeing you, if they hear the facts surrounding the origins of gender identity, they're going to be disgusted with it. And I need everybody to go to my website, drusher.com. I'm going to post all the facts on his website. And you can download it and share it with everybody you know, because it's important that we get this message out to everybody. So let's jump into it. The origins of gender identity started. It was first coined in 1955 by a man named John William Money. He's the one in 1955 that came up with this whole theory of gender identity. Prior to 1955, this was a non-issue. He's the one that's coined with that. And so you'll know, the New York Times in July of 2006, they also credit Dr. Money with inventing the term gender role. So prior to 1955, gender role wasn't even an issue until he came along. So what type of man was John William Money? I'm just going to cut to the chase. John William Money was a child sex predator of the worst kind. He did everything in his practice under the guise of a licensed professional. You hear what I'm saying? He's basically a Larry Nassar of his day. Because the things that he did as a licensed professional to children is disgusting. So what I want you to do right now, so all you guys who are pro-gender identity and pro-gender roles and redefining gender roles and all this stuff, I need you to Google John William Money, and I want you to also Google David Reimer, R-E-I-M-E-R. It's going to be on my website, and I want you guys to remember David Reimer, because David Reimer gave an interview on Rolling Stone magazine, in December 11th of 1997. And I want to read to you the account that David Reimer gave about John William Money, because it's important that you guys understand that David Reimer was the first person that we know of that was illegally, or he had no desire to transition from, he was born a male, but he was forced against his will to transition to a female. And that's not where it ends. Dr. Money also did some disgusting things with this boy and his brother. And so here's where it starts. Dr. Money had this young man in psychiatric visits as part of his research. And David had a twin brother. And they were directed by Dr. Money to inspect each other's genitals and engage in behavior resembling sexual intercourse. Reimer claimed, this is David. Now this is happening to David as a little boy. I'm talking about like the age of like 7 or 8 years old. Reimer claimed that much of Money's treatment involved the forced reenactment of sexual positions and motions with his brother. This is the father of gender identity doing this stuff. Let's move on. In some exercises, the brothers rehearsed missionary positions with thrusting motions. He's making two siblings engage in the sex act with each other as part of a research. This is the father of gender identity we're talking about. which money justifies as a rehearsal of healthy childhood exploration. Interesting. So, in Reamer's Rolling Stone interview, he recalled at least once where money, the doctor, the founder, the originator, the one who coined gender identity, the one, all this that we're fighting over now came from this guy. He photographed these two little kids engaged in this sexual act. Money also made the brothers inspect each other's pubic areas. This is coming from David Reamer. Reamer stated that Money also observed those exercises both alone and with as many as 6 colleagues. So these kids are in a room performing a sex act, humping each other, in the presence of not only this doctor sometimes by himself, but with 6 other doctors humping. Little kids going at it. Forced to do it in the name of science, right? Reamer recounted anger and verbal abuse from Money if he or his brothers resisted orders. So it's not like the kids wanted to do it. The kids wanted to resist. In contrast to the calm and scientific demeanor Money presented to his parents. Now to me, for those of us who know about child sex predators, that's exactly how a child sex predator acts. In front of the parents, in front of people, they act so calm and normal. Oh, I'm so nice. But when they're alone with the children, they become this evil monster. Money was an evil monster. Jonathan William Money was an evil child sex predator of the worst kind. Reamer and his brother underwent Money's treatment at preschool in grade age. So it was even, oh my God. I said it was started at the reports I read was at the age of 7. According to one of the victims, Reamer, David Reamer says he was doing this at preschool age, guys. That's 3 and 4 years old. Having 3 and 4 years old humping each other. Guys, that's disgusting. If you're supporting gender identity right now and all the junk that comes along with it, you're supporting this garbage because he's the founder of it. Let's go on. Let's go on. Money described Reamer's transition as a success and claimed that Reamer's girlish behavior stood in stark contrast to his brother's boyishness. Money reported on Reamer's case as John Joan case, leaving out Reamer's real name. For over a decade, Reamer and his brother unknowingly provided data that, according to biographers and the Intersex Society of North America, was used to reinforce Money's theories on gender fluidity and provided justification for thousands of sex reassignment surgeries for children with abnormality genitals. It could have been something simple that could have been resolved with time. But this whole gender identity, gender ideology issue in the Intersex Society of North America, everything that you hear, everything that you believe was based on clinical science was based on the violation, the sexual violation of a child. I'm telling you guys, this is a bombshell. This is a bombshell moment. This is all hands on deck moment. We got to get this truth out to the world. You got to get this truth out to the world. We got to let the world know that gender identity in and of itself is evil. It was created by an evil child sex pervert pedophile who did horrible things to children. How dare we idolize this man and his theories, and they're only theories. And I'm going to be honest, the Duval County Public School System in Jacksonville, Florida, they're guilty of supporting this garbage. Because these are educators, these are people that are in charge of our schools who never even bothered to ask the question, where did this come from and who originated this theory and this idea? Because had they would have done so, they would have found out about John William Money. And they would have found out about David Reimer. And they would have thought twice about allowing gender ideology into public school. God bless President Biden, but guys, he's on the wrong fence here. He's on the wrong side of the fence. Everybody who's supporting, even the LGBTQ guys who didn't know this, I'm letting you guys know right now,